April the 25th, 2020. This is our 15th Arbor Day. It's, I would say, the most unique Arbor Day because, as all of you know, we are presenting this virtually, live streaming on Instagram. Hopefully the sound quality is okay. If you noticed just now that we had to wait for our neighbor, the train, hopefully that won't interrupt us too much during the ceremonies. So, traditionally we begin Arbor Day with a flag raising ceremony. We did not invite the Scouts here for safety reasons, but we did invite a very wonderful performer, a local talent that's going to present the national anthem. So I'd like to present to you Anna Kalev.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light one so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets from Clare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you very much, Anna. That was wonderful. As part of our responsibility as a Shade Tree Commission, as commissioned by the state of New Jersey, we have an obligation every year to present Arbor Day. And as such, on Arbor Day, we have traditionally we have a proclamation that is officially read into the record. And we're very proud and pleased to be able to welcome in the Dumont Mayor, Mayor Andrew LeBruno, and he will now join us to present the 2020 Arbor Day proclamation. So, Mr. Mayor, are you there?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mayor Andrew LeBruno. I'm transmitting remotely from my home here in Dumont. I just wanted to start off by saying thank you for inviting me to being part of this fantastic event. As you know, we are in unprecedented times during this public health crisis. Currently, we're in a world where the new norm has forced us to connect with others through telephonic means and video communications. I just want to say kudos to President Ray Slayman, all the commissioners and volunteers at the Dumont Shade Tree for continuing to host the Dumont's Arbor Day celebration, especially virtually. And thank you for all you do year round. I'm so delighted to be part of this event. And to all of our residents watching, I know these are challenging times. I ask that you continue to stay home unless it's for essential purposes and practice social distancing, please. It's very important. I have hope that soon we will begin to take small steps to get us back to normal life. But in the meantime, we must stay vigilant so together we can come together as a community and celebrate once again. Big thank you and shout out to all of our healthcare professionals, first responders, and essential employees who continue to keep us safe, healthy, and ensure we receive vital services at this time. I will now read the proclamation from my office. Here we go, Arbor Day 2020. Whereas in an age when it is acutely apparent that we are all connected in the community and share common goals, protecting the environment is recognized as a global concern that has to be addressed on a local level. Planting trees provides the surest and safest way to reduce carbon, produce oxygen, and promote a sustainable and viable ecosystem. And whereas the Dumont Shade Tree Commission will recognize and mark its 15th annual Arbor Day celebration of promoting sustainable and productive community forests and shade tree resources that will subsequently improve the quality of life for the residents of Dumont. And whereas it is also the 11th consecutive year since Dumont has been recognized as a member of Tree City USA, an organization that makes the planting and care of trees a priority. And whereas the Shade Tree Commission has formed the Friends of the Shade Tree and Arboretum Garden Club to cultivate and protect the shade tree arboretum and enhance the beauty of Dumont. Has established a tree nursery not only to grow and plant new trees, but to serve as an education platform for students and the community. And whereas the Shade Tree Commission has engaged with homeowners and citizens on every single tree issue or concern. And whereas the Commission has continued community outreach through public seminars, summer concerts at the gazebo, as well as partnering with the schools, Boy Scouts, and Girl Scouts to spread the word to educate the public about tree safety, maintenance, and the value of trees. Whereas we applaud the Shade Tree Commissioners in the achievements of its many successes. Now therefore, may it be resolved that I, Angela Bruno, Mayor of Dumont, do hereby proclaim Saturday, April 25th, 2020, as Arbor Day in the Borough of Dumont. Congratulations, and thank you very much. Thank you for having me part of this event. This is so great that we could do this through Instagram, and I will leave it to you, the next candidate, the next person to come up. Thank you very much, Ray. I appreciate it.
Mr. Mayor, thank you very much. We really appreciate that. We appreciate your support and all you do for the borough and for the Shade Tree.
Thank you.
Can you imagine living in a cramped house with your family, unable to go outside on the street? You can't play in the park. You can't go to a movie. You can't visit your friends. A stroll on the street could make you sick or worse. Now imagine all this and you're a 13-year-old girl living in a cramped attic with 7 relatives and friends for more than 2 years. A stroll on the street doesn't put you at risk for becoming ill, but rather sentences you to a much more certain fate. If you can imagine how hard life was for Anne Frank in 1942, can you imagine her strength and resilience to rise above her fear and anxiety? She did struggle, of course, writing at one point, "Not being able to go outside upsets me more than I can say." But the overwhelming sentiment expressed through her diary is hope. Despite being isolated, or perhaps because of it, she saw how we are all connected. In 1960, with no formal scientific education, a 26-year-old woman traveled to Africa to observe and study chimpanzees, opening our eyes to the world of our closest relatives, and in so doing, turned a spotlight on us. World-renowned scientist Jane Goodall, who 30 years after her groundbreaking work in Tanzania, discovered that the chimp's home was being destroyed. Not only theirs, but ours as well. She saw clearly the connection their lives had with ours and went on to advocate to redefine species conservation to include the human species. She saw how we were all connected. In the 1920s, fresh off his Nobel-winning theory of relativity, Albert Einstein focused his attention on a unifying theory of everything, something that would connect the very small with the very large. He was convinced there must be a unified theory of everything that can make sense of the weird world he observed. He carried forward the works of the ancient Babylonians, the Greeks, the Arabs. But Einstein wasn't just someone who observed numbers and equations. He said, our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. Einstein understood we were all connected. Through our lifetime, through the lifetime of a town or a community, there are challenges to be faced for sure. Some are small, like finding enough toilet paper, and some are large, like climate change or a global pandemic. But as we see very clearly these past few months, we are all connected. We have a role to play in our well-being, the well-being of our family, the well-being of our community. This is our 15th annual Arbor Day. Looking back at how we celebrated this event, I am struck that my theme this year, being connected in a world of social distancing, is more or less the same thing I've been saying for the past 14 years. We take care of trees because the trees are connected to us. We're planting a new pink dogwood here, the memorial tree of New Jersey, to connect us to the community, to the environment, to our future. Anne Frank wrote a poignant line in her diary. It seems to me that later on, neither I nor anyone else would be interested in the musing of a 13-year-old schoolgirl. Neither did I think that anyone would be interested in whether a small group of tree huggers in Dumont planted a few trees in a little community in New Jersey. I wish I could tell Anne that she was wrong. Naturalist John Muir wrote, "When we try to pick out anything by itself, we find it hitched to everything else in the universe." How true that is. Thank you. Well, that's my presentation of Arbor Day. Before I go on, I'd like to say a few things. I typically leave out a lot of thank yous, so I want to get to that right now. I want to thank some of the folks that help us and help the community. I want to thank, first of all, Visions Federal Credit Union, because they donate every year very generously, and with their help, we're able to make the Arboretum very nice and beautiful. I'd like to thank the Council Liaison Connor Gorman, the Mayor and the Council. I'd like to thank the Shade Tree Desk, Kathy Romeo. I'd like to thank the DPW, our partners here. I'd like to thank the Police Department, the Scouts who participate and volunteer. Special thanks this year, special thanks to all of the essential workers, everybody that deals with the public every day, everyone whose job it is to be out supporting everyone, especially Dumont Ambulance Corps, Dumont Police, grocery store clerks, everybody that has to be out keeping the fabric of the community together. So thank you to all of those folks. Each year, as part of the tradition, we like to single out a very special person as a recipient of the Award of Merit, somebody that contributes to the Shade Tree Commission, to the community, to Dumont, to the environment. And with that, this year is a very, very special recognition, and I'm very proud and pleased to say that Connor Gorman, our Council Liaison, is going to now present our Certificate Award of Merit to a very, very deserving recipient.
Yes. Hi, Ray. Very powerful remarks, and I'd like to thank everybody with the Shade Tree. And I have the honor today of presenting a mentor of mine, Carol Stewart, with the Award of Merit, the 2020 Award of Merit for the Shade Tree Commission. So I have a quick, I think, draft of it here. I just want to read that real quick.
I'd like to thank the Shade Tree for...
Go ahead, Connor. Go ahead.
Carol.
I'll take it.
So, Carol, I have the honor of presenting you virtually with the Award of Merit here, and I believe it reads as follows. With gratitude for the support of the Commission, we wish to honor Carol Stewart with the 2020 Award of Merit. As a member of the Dumont Council, Carol has worked tirelessly on behalf of the community with unwavering passion for the people and the neighborhood in which she lives and represents. Her energy, strength, and commitment over the years has helped the people of Dumont in many vital ways, and we see very clearly how she has acted as a champion for the work of the Shade Tree Commission. Carol has been an invaluable asset to the Commission and the borough by virtue of her experience, knowledge, and devotion. She is most deserving of this recognition. So I just want to say thank you, Carol, for everything that you've done on behalf of the Shade Tree, and me personally. You've been a real mentor, so thank you for everything you do for Dumont.
You're on, Carol.
I'd like to thank the Dumont Shade Tree Commission, and I'm sorry every time I hear of this honor, I get a little bit weepy. I admire the work of the Shade Tree. I'm committed to the work of the Shade Tree, and I can't think of an organization I'd rather be honored by than the Shade Tree. For all that you've done here at the Arboretum, creating this little piece of heaven here in Dumont, your Twilight at the Gazebo concerts, and all that you do for trees, and I thank you.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you very much. Very good. Thank you very much.
It just says congrats.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. I don't know if anybody notices that I am new to this medium. I am not exactly Instagram friendly. I don't have a TikTok account, but I know that I wanted to do this. We wanted to do this. We wanted to present out to the world, and you'll forgive me for my stumblings and our missteps. So with that, the Arbor Day, the Shade Tree Commission, we do a lot of good work. Part of what we do is we try to welcome in the community. We try to bring in different aspects of the community to participate with us, to show solidarity, to bring the good word of the work that we do. And one of the ways that we do that is to invite the community to participate in a art submissions for Arbor Day. We're very, very pleased that we get such a wide turnout from the school children, from the citizens of town, from the community members, and everybody seems to participate, and it seems to draw a lot of talented folks out. It's a shame that we don't have that here today. Usually we present that live to everybody at the Arboretum. It's a very lovely thing, and the artwork is usually very spectacular, almost always spectacular. So our Commissioner Tanya Zimmerman is the chair of the art submissions for Arbor Day, and I would like now to welcome in Tanya. Are we having, hold on. If while that's going on, I just also want to say thank you to the director of cinematography, Abby. You may hear her in the background. She may turn the camera around inadvertently. You may flip the camera around. So now I'd like to welcome in my good friend, Tanya Zimmerman, who is the chair of the art submissions for Arbor Day.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Ray. This year's Arbor Day art contest was to design a poster that showcases the theme, How Trees Keep Dumont Green. We had originally planned to pick 5 posters from the entries that would be printed on a bookmark. Due to the closing of the library and the schools prior to the poster deadline, we were not able to retrieve all the artwork, only what had been submitted to the library prior to March 12th. Because of this, we will not be printing a bookmark this year, and we will just show the art submitted here on Instagram Live and then on our website. So right now, please enjoy this artwork slideshow, and hopefully it works. Afia Tusef, Akram Khalifa, Amaya Williams, Aksa Saheed, Amelia Fernandez, Gabriela Diaz, Hannah B., Hannah Nathanson, Hannah Padilla, Kayleen Lowak, Katie Kelly, Kaylee Grieg, K. Marie Sanchez, Kiprian Televska, Logan O'Connor, Maddie Zavadnik, Miriam McHale, Natalie Kejas, Nicholas Apolito, Nico Hobbing, Perry Golas, Serafina Tomosulo, Sofia Fernandez, Vincent Petrillo, Yasin Tufik. Thank you to all of the talented students who created beautiful posters. If we are able to retrieve artwork from the schools at a later date, we will post those on our website. You can go there this afternoon to see this slideshow, www.dumontshaytree.org. Thank you for watching. Happy Arbor Day.
Thanks so much, Tanya. Thank you very much. That was beautiful. Thanks to the submitters. Thanks to all of the community. Thanks to the kids. I can't tell you how touched I am that all of everybody reaches out to us each year to present their artwork. It's so touching and moving. Thanks so much. One of the things that I also want to point out is actually the space that we're in right now. This is the Dumont Arboretum. It was conceived when we first formed the commission. In 2006, we had an idea that we wanted to have a space for the trees called an arboretum. In 2009, that space was realized as what you see right now, which is the Dumont Arboretum. It was ground was broken in 2009. In 2013, we installed the walkway and more permanent features. And as part of that, there is we invite the community to participate in the upkeep and the maintenance of the Arboretum. And a very, very important person for us, for the community, is our Arboretum manager. And Bill Zitelli has taken on that role over the past few years. He organizes the volunteers. He makes sure that everybody has a role to play, and he's a very welcoming force and a very welcoming, nurturing presence here at the Arboretum. So now I'd like to welcome in my good friend, Bill Zitelli. And Bill, would you like to tell a little bit about the Arboretum and what goes on here?
Sure. Thank you, Ray. Happy Arbor Day, everybody. I'm actually sitting here with my wife at the north of the Arboretum, just for the social distancing. So today I'd just like to talk about the Arboretum and give you a little verbal tour of what the Arboretum has if you haven't been here before. It's about 800 feet long, and we have 11 garden beds that are maintained by volunteers, and many trees planted by the Dumont shade tree, and then heritage trees that were here when we first started the Arboretum. Each of the planted trees has a descriptive plaque that explains what that tree is and what size we'll get to and where you might want to plant it. So that's one of the reasons we started to plant the trees here, so that people could come and see particular trees that might be suitable for their own yards on their private property. So if you walk the Arboretum, if you start at the south end, you would see the smaller size trees, and then they work their way up to the larger trees, and then it gives you an idea of maybe something that you could plant on your own property. If you start on the path walking from the south end, that would be down by West Madison Avenue. One of the first things you'll encounter is the water feature, which will be talked about in a little bit. And then there's, on the left side, there's a kiosk, and the kiosk has information from the shade tree about trees and environmental issues. So you can check that out. That gets changed about once a month or so. So there's good, valuable information there. And then when you continue walking further to the north, you'll get to the spot where Ray is now at the gazebo. And that has information on it also, but also we have a gazebo concerts there every Wednesday in July, so watch for that on the website. Right across from the gazebo is our memorial brick garden, which has all kinds of bricks that people have bought to put in memory of friends and family. If you continue further north, there is a lending library that we built where you can come and take a book or leave a book. We only ask that if you do leave a book, don't leave it outside of the library if it's full. Come back a different time. And then at the northern end where I am right now, I'm actually sitting on a heritage bench that my friend Tom and I built that came from a Taxus yew tree that had fallen down on the property. So it is our memorial bench, and it has a little plaque on it to commemorate the person that donated it to us. So it's a very nice place to just sit and enjoy this wonderful weather. Each of the garden beds, there are 11 of them here, are maintained, as I said, by volunteers. And each garden bed has many shrubs and bushes, perennials and annuals that we have. And if you've been up to the Arboretum, you can see this time of year it's spectacular because we have many tulips and daffodils and great hyacinths that are coming up. So it's really a nice place to come. It's really one of the few places now in Dumont or anywhere that you have some free space where you can actually walk and the parks are not closed. So take advantage of that. Just keep your social distancing. The volunteers that help me take care of this Arboretum and the garden beds are all volunteers and part of our Friends of the Shade Tree. Friends of the Shade Tree is a nonprofit that supports the mission of the Dumont Shade Tree Commission. So if you're interested in getting involved, you can drop me a line at my email, which you will find on our website, dumontshade.org. So thank you again for participating, and everybody have a great Arbor Day.
Billy, thank you so much. Thank you for all the work you do. Thank you to the volunteers. The garden beds look wonderful each year. It's a lot of work pulling weeds, deciding what sort of flowers to go into each bed, but it's such a rewarding experience, and it's such a rewarding activity for to showcase this space and for the community to really enjoy that. So thank you very much for that. So as Billy had mentioned, we have a very excited to be able to present something new this year. Each year we get involved with the Scouts. We get involved with the community for different activities, volunteer activities, and so on. One of the most wonderful things that happened with with our involvement in the community is our involvement with the Scouting program, with the Boy Scouts of America. And as everyone probably knows, a very important element of the Scouting activity is a candidate that goes through the Scouting program and rises to the level to become an Eagle Scout. And this year, we're very, very pleased to have a participation with an Eagle Scout candidate, our good friend Rex Harvilla. And I'd like to bring in Rex to now talk about his Eagle Scout project and his and the activities that are going on. So Rex, hi, how are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes, very good. Thanks. So why don't you go right ahead and tell us all about what you're doing for your Eagle Scout project?
I'd be more than happy. So just to reiterate, my name is Rex Harvilla, and I'm a Boy Scout here with Troop 64 in Dumont. I have lived in Dumont my whole life, and I absolutely love this town, and I also love nature. So when I was planning the project that I have to do, my Eagle Scout project, I had decided that I was going to work with nature, that I was going to help improve something that I love. And there's no better people to work with than the Shade Tree Commission here in town. So for my project, I built a water feature here in the Arboretum, all the way at the end. It is structurally complete. The construction is done, but the water has not started yet. But when it does, it will come out from this end here, and it will flow down. And I can tell you I've worked very hard to make this symbiotic and just perfect with everything in the Arboretum. There will be plants here, and it will be definitely more better, but at the moment, this is what it's going to look like. And I'm very honored to be able to work with the Shade Tree Commission and the people here in Dumont, because I've grown up in this town my whole life, and I absolutely love it here. I really do think that the people in this town, the businesses, everything here just makes Dumont perfect. So when building this project, I decided I wasn't going to stop until this project was perfect, because this town does not deserve anything other than perfect. So I cannot thank the Dumont Shade Tree Commission and the town itself enough for the opportunity to work with them and help me achieve the rank of Eagle Scout. So thank you.
Rex, that is, this means a great deal to us. This is a great feature for the town. We're very proud to be able to host that here at the Arboretum, and I think that this is a wonderful partnership that you've proved over the time that you've put this together. A lot of people don't know what goes into becoming an Eagle Scout. It's a lot of hard work. It's a great honor. It's a great significant commitment on a part of a scout to be able to reach Eagle Scout. I think Rex probably would say something like 1 or 2% of all scouts achieve Eagle Scout status nationally. So this is a great honor for you, and it's great that we can partner with you, Rex, in this great way. And it was wonderful to see this project go from planning stages, design stages, to actually what you see today. One of the things that we were a tiny bit sorry about was weren't able to get the water working today because of the pandemic and closing of a lot of activities. We couldn't get the water on until after the Arbor Day celebration. So we're sorry about that. But aside from that, it's a wonderful feature. Please come down to the Arboretum in a very short while. The water is going to be running, and it's going to look absolutely wonderful. So thanks a lot for that, Rex. Good? We're rolling okay, good? Director of photography, good? Director of artistic director, good? We're good? Keep moving? Okay, good. Next. We are now at the end of our Arbor Day celebration. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank my director of photography, Abby Slayman. I'd like to thank my my artistic director, Rebecca Slayman. I'd like to thank all of the participants. I'd like to thank the commissioners, Tom, Tanya, Mary, Sally, Abby, Rachel, and me. That's it, right? That's 7. Very good. So I want to thank everybody, all the commissioners, everybody. Arbor Day 2020 is nearly complete. I'd say it's the most unique Arbor Day we've ever had, but nonetheless, I think it may be the most significant. So thanks everybody for participating. I also want to say thanks to the world, because this Instagram live streaming is around the world. So how exciting is that? One other thing too that I was reminded about is the 2 things. Be safe, wash your hands, maintain social distancing, treat every interaction as if it's suspect, because it is, and through diligence and through common sense, we'll all be safe. We'll come out of this at the other side stronger and better, and we'll learn a lot. The other thing too that's part and parcel to us as citizens is to make sure everybody completes the 2020 census. 2020 census drives activities, government activities, funding. It's important to know who we are, where we are, so everybody complete your 2020 census. And with that, the last thing now for Arbor Day is planting the Arbor Day tree. So typically we invite the mayor, we invite the scouts, we invite the kids to throw some dirt on the tree and ceremonially plant the tree with us. Today, it's going to be me. So come with me and we'll plant the Arbor Day tree 2020. Hooray! Abby, you want to say anything else before we close out? Arbor Day 2020 is concluded. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. See you around. Goodbye. So long. Are we out?